Yeah.
That's the items.
All right, so just know it wants to work.
Oh, wait. So wherever you're gonna go higher, so grab a holster. And then if you use the blankets, you pull them in half also to make them. Get a thick bolts, there you go. And if the bolts are blankets folded in half, yeah, do that way or the other way, it suits the bolts for better. Like that, yeah, that's right. Good. Yeah, we're getting there. Does it feel a little better to you?
Does, yeah.
Okay, good. So now you hold the thighs by the groin area, top thigh, one to the inside, one to on the outside. And roll the front thigh and then broaden the back of the thigh. So you're internally rotating at the tops of the thighs. Even though the thighs are turning out, right, in external rotation, you're rolling the thigh first in order to broaden the pelvic floor, the base of the pelvis. And then roll to the forward edge of the sitting bones, draw the sacrum in and up, and lift the central channel, tail to head. Feel that effortless lift. Root the outer hips and thighs down, place the sit bones down. Release the inner legs to the inner knees. Make your hands into little teacups, bring your hands behind you, press on your support, lift and roll your upper arm bones back, and then pressing the fingertips down, lift the sides of the body up, outer hips to the armpits, releasing the inner legs down. As you do that, keep the hips down and keep the legs releasing down. And then observe the reverse C in your armpit chest, back of the armpit to the front of the armpit up, either end of the shoulder blades down. And then place your hands on your thighs, maintaining lift of the center, the side, and the reverse C in the armpit chest. Tuck the chin a little bit, lifting the base of the skull off the back of the neck so the chin is level or slightly tucked down even at the beginning. And then lift your eyes again. And if you soften your gaze, you can also close your eyes. And observe your breathing here. Bring your hands a little bit slower on the knees, just enough so your elbows are under your shoulders. So your arms just relax down. They just stay. Yeah. But keep pressing the sit bones down firmly in order to activate the lift of the center in the side body. And observe where you might be gripping unnecessarily, and so you can relax those efforts that maintain the uplifted torso, and observe your breath. Observe the full breath in the tips of your nostrils and in the nasal passages. You can feel if there's more breath in one nostril than the other. You can observe the breath in the very back of the nasal passages where we swirl the breath and make that soft jai sound. Can you sense and feel and even hear just like the sound of the ocean and the shells, not very loud, but hear that sound in your breath. And observe the breath as you're able, as it moves in your sinus cavities of your face, forehead, temples, feet. You can imagine that you're breathing at the level of the skin of your face, soften and sense and feel the skin. And then observe the breath as it moves down the windpipe in the throat and down into the chest cavity. And then out into the lungs, right there. And you see and feel and you sense that maybe one lung is receiving more breath than the other. Does it feel even? Observe how you expand the rib cage and chest while in the breath. And then relax that effort and the breath effortlessly comes out. Observe the movement of the diaphragm as you breathe. So that's a big breathing muscle at the bottom of the rib cage, shaped like an open umbrella at rest. And when you inhale, the diaphragm pushes down about 1 inch and spreads out like a lake in all directions. So when that happens, the lower ribs expand and lift, and then the side ribs and all the way up into the armpit, chest, top chest, even the collarbones. The first rib is actually above the collarbone. So observe creating space And then releasing the effort. And just breathing naturally with the biosphere. So that it's an effortless breath, but a deeper, fuller, more welcome breath, and it becomes absorbed in your whole body. So your whole body starts to feel like it's breathing and moving and flowing energetically. So you connect with your sense of space and movement and wind in your body. Patience. Silent. Still. Within the structure, within the sound, and within the movement, everything has its basis in faith. And bring your hands to heart center, palms together, thumbs to sternum, and press the thumbs firmly into the sternum and lift bottom to top. And then again, lift the upper arm bones and roll them back. And connect the outer edge of your upper arm to the outer edge of your shoulder blade. And firm the shoulder blades down the back. Pull the elbows down as you lift the heart up. Soften the gaze, internal gaze. And we'll chant together one Om, and then do our opening chant, calm response. And then again together at the end. So take a nice deep breath in for Om. Saviryam Paravahai Tejasvi Navadidam Asuman Vidvishavahai Om. Take a little deeper breath, lifting your heart. And then as you exhale, release your head over forward, chin in toward your chest, and release your hands down to your thighs. Soften the front of your throat as you release the head down, taking the trachea, the windpipe, towards the back of your neck. So you hollow the front of the throat and release the muscles at the back of the neck. And also the sides of the throat, release towards the back of the neck and the base of the skull. And release the muscles at the base of the skull away from the top of the neck. And release the scalp to the forehead, forehead to the eyebrows, eyebrows to the eyelids, eyelids to the cheeks. And keep the lift of the center and side body and the opening of the armpit chest, the heart area, as you release the head in, curling the chin a little bit towards the clavicular notch, stimulating Korma chakra, withdrawal of the senses. So allow the energy of your brain and your eyes and your other senses to drop gently like rain drops down into your heart center, the garden of your heart. Moistening the heart, opening the heart. Coming out of the thinking brain, descend into your sensing and feeling body. And keep a sense of yourself emanating from your heart center, not just at the front, but also at the back and the sides of your body. And with your eyes closed on an inhalation, slowly curl up the back of your neck. And settle your ears over your shoulders, and with your eyes closed, raise your gaze. And keep the eyes closed as you take the eyes to the back of your head, so there's less pressure on your eyelids. And then soften and broaden your internal focus. So relax your eyes. And then as though you're looking ahead from the back of your skull, allow your eyelids to gently float open. And then go ahead and extend your legs. And you think of like a little massage. Your times. And we'll sit in Virasana and come forward into a forward bend. So you may sit actually on your heels, more like Virasana, with your knees apart in preparation to go forward, and then we'll come to standing. So you might want to move props from your mat, knee props under your ankles, or your hips and heels. You take whatever you need so that you're comfortable. Your knees are apart, right? And you're just sitting for a moment. And descend. So feel your shoulders coming up over your hips. Draw the chin back and lifting the base of the skull above the top of the neck so the ears come over the shoulders. And then let your weight of your body, instead of lifting up, sink down into your seat. Tuck your chin a little and lift the base of the skull. So your chin is level or a little bit tucked down, and look a little bit down or close your eyes and just go back to your heart center. Whatever you're thinking, brain. Yeah, and feel your body. So now lean your ribs back a little and lean back a little towards your heels if you're able. Lean your whole body back towards the rope wall more and more. More and more. Yeah, like that. If it's too much, open that blanket and sit on the blanket. Okay, but we'll go into a forward bend. But this is just taking a couple of moments to deflate your legs, descend, earth down, settling into gravity. Right? You're pretty solid here. And then from the solid foundation of your legs, you start to move the torso. So the pelvis is the bottom of the torso. The legs inject into the pelvis. So you're rolling your pelvis forward over your thighs and your torso comes along with that. And bring your hands on the mat and stop. Don't go too far forward, right? So just enough so you can kind of feel a little bit of a forward bend and pay attention to your hands and spread your fingers well. See that the wrist creases point straight ahead. And push down into your hands and forward with your fingers. So the weight comes off your wrists and comes more into the base knuckles of your fingers. And then feel the palms of your hands lift up energetically from there. Hasta Bandha, hand seal. Lift that up. So even though the wrists stay on the ground, the hands stay on the ground, feeling the palms lift up through the arms into the shoulders. So energetically lift up. And squeeze your elbows in towards each other and up towards the ceiling. A little roll the inner elbows up and broaden the shoulder blades. And then take the tailbone and curl a little bit in towards your pubic so that your lower back lengthens, and follow the sides of your waist back, including your lower front ribs, so you don't shove your lower front ribs in. And then walk a little bit. And then stop. And from your hands and fingers, from your elbows, grab your shoulders. Take your tail maybe in a little bit if it came up. And then the sides of the waist back. Tuck the chin a little bit in again towards the clavicular notch, back and neck. Try to keep the elbows straight. So grip the elbows right at the bottom of the tricep by the elbow joint. And then walk a little more forward. And see that your hands are towards the outer edges of your shoulder blades. You have space for your collarbones. Not to overextend your arms out of the sockets. Keep your arms injected into the sockets. And then eventually we'll take the head down, but if your head is very far from the ground, your back is down, you can support your head with a blanket or a block, right? And if it doesn't come down, and that's okay with you, it doesn't strain your neck, that's also fine. Keep the shoulder blades broad to the outer edges of the back. Try to keep the elbows straight if you can, like downward facing dog arms. We're preparing to go up into down dog, right? And then imagine someone's gently pressing on your shoulder blades to bring your armpits closer to the ground, armpit chest. Keep the back of the neck long as you take the head down, and be there for a few breaths. Observe. Observe how your hands and fingers are active and spread, elbows squeeze in and up so the triceps are firm to straighten the arms. And observe that line from the wrist to the elbows, the armpit is straight, just like in down dog. And then from the armpit to the hips, extending back, pushing to the hands, get the buttocks back towards the heels. So the whole torso is in that same shape as down dog, just not the legs. Right, and then we'll come up into downward facing dog. So put your hands and knees. Take your knees, sit bone with distance apart. Bring your hands again towards the outer edge of the shoulders. And then spread the palms well, a little bit forward of the shoulders. Press down into your hand, you can bend your elbows to do it, and then push forward into your fingers and try to open and spread all your fingers, right? And really meet the mat with your hands. And then again, set the energy up through the palms and arms into the shoulder sockets. Squeeze the elbows in, and again, make the inner elbows come a little forward. Draw the shoulders back, shoulder blades wrap around the outside edge of the back. And then push your buttocks back towards your heels, let your head release down, draw your waist in a little and look towards your feet. And then curl your toes under, draw your outer ankles in, and push down from your heels to your big toe mounds, and push down with your hands forward into your fingers, and then exhale and lift your hips and knees up into downward facing dog. Good, and release your head, don't hold the clothes on your neck, so just let your head hang off the spine. Right, and then turn the elbows again. Squeeze the elbows in and up, and press down into the hands, forward into the fingers, and from the shoulder blades. Feel the top edge of the shoulder blade and take that a little deeper in. And then widen the inner thighs and move those back towards the wall behind you and the outer hips at the same time. So someone's pulling your hips back, and as you do that, reach your heels back and bend down. And lift the front of the legs up as you descend the back of the legs down. So the shin bones, the kneecaps, the thighs, quadriceps, and press back. Hollow the waist, release the head, breathe into the side ribs. And then lift your heels and walk your feet forward. Walk your hands back and come to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. You can do blocks if needed. In fact, let's all squat, turn your toes out, turn your knees out. Bend your knees and come down. Right, and observe the similarity of this shape to the one we were doing before. You're asking forward. Right, the knees wide. So we're doing a forward bend from the hip crease. Yeah. And if your heels and calves are tight, ankles, feet, you might not fit your heels all the way to the ground. That's okay. You can have support under them. But you're going to come up. So if you're holding it a long time, you would want support under them. So when you come up about halfway. Look here, come about halfway. Turn your toes and knees out. So you're still in that squat shape. And then stay halfway, knees bent and turned out. And then release your torso down between your thighs. And explore that. Release. Yeah. Widen your inner thighs, Susan. Inner thighs. Yeah, wider, wider, wider. Go wide as you can. Hold it. Not the feet. The knees. The knees. Widen the knees. Yes. Widen the inner thighs at the pelvic floor. Yes. Good. That's it. And then you slowly start to straighten a little more, and then you can turn your feet parallel, right? But once again, widen your knees, you roll to the outer edge of your feet. And observe, I think that allows you to release your torso, your hips and torso down between your thighs. And then you start to straighten again, roll to the edges of the feet, and continue to release the torso, follow the waist, and let the spine release tail to head. Lift the shoulder blades up, release the head down. And then walk the feet in a little bit towards each other. Now feel the feet in more sit bone width distance. And then again, bend your knees. You can widen the knees if that's helpful. And then release the torso again. A bit more down. Release the head, lift the shoulders. And slowly start to open the backs of the legs a little more. Release the hamstrings up from the backs of the knees to the sitting bones. Not to push the knees back. And then root down from the backs and knees to the heels. And then if your legs do come to straight, then you can grip your kneecaps and engage your quadriceps. And then lifting your head up, come to your fingertips and look forward. So you're getting ready to come up, so you can use blocks if needed. Bend your knees and shift your weight move forward. So not to have the buttocks beyond the heels. Lift your head way up, and then firm your kneecap. Roll your sitting bones down. Lift your hands through up, pull your waist in. Take your hands to your hips, and then inhale them up. Buttocks down, feet up. Good. And then step your feet sit bone width, distance apart, and extend your arms and your legs and your torso in Tadasana. So when you're in Tadasana, mountain pose, everything is firm like a tree, right? So firm your kneecaps, lift your kneecaps up, right? Widen your inner thighs and take your inner groins back. And as you do that, take your tailbone forward towards your pubic bone. Very slow moves, right? So you can feel the release of your lower back without pushing your groins forward. Don't push the groins forward. So try to keep the legs solid as you adjust the pelvis. Bring the heels of your hands right now to the roots of your thighs and push those back. And then find your buttocks muscle, gluteus maximus is big and you just below the skin. Deeper, closer to the bone. Gluteus medius and minimus. See if you can find those and move the sacrum forward towards your pubic bone. So you're gripping something deeper than the big buttocks muscle. Okay, so you're firming the hips. Good, and then extend your arms. Grip your elbows, inner elbows to thumb side of the hand, outer elbows to pinky side, pull the arms down, straighten the elbows. And again, from the outer hips, root down into the outer feet. Lift the inner feet up to the inner groin. Lift the pubic all the way up the front of the spine to the front of the throat. Thighs back, soft knees, don't hyperextend. Yeah, good. Round the chin back. Ears over the shoulders, eyes soft. And take the fingers all together, so don't open the fingers. And take the thumbs down. Yeah, there you go. And then find the reverse seat in the armpit chest. Back the armpit front, front of the armpit up, inner edge of the shoulder blade down. Draw the chin in a little, soften the gaze. And then keeping everything firm in Tadasana, inhale and take your arms forward enough without moving anything else as you go. Well, you can move your ribs and this and that, but try to keep your legs stable, okay? And then not to force, but to feel. Find your armpits and roll those towards each other and broaden the top edge of your shoulder blades as you do that. Find your hips and thighs root down, and then find your rib cage and lift your ribs up off your hips. Lift one rib up off the other. See if you can get more length in your arms by lifting your rib cage up. And then find your triceps right at the elbow in the front. Squeeze those in and squeeze your arms in towards your head and then up and back. Thumb side of the arm softly descend to the inner edge of the shoulder blades as you lift the pinky side of the arm up. Buttocks down, front ribs to back ribs, maintain Tadasana. Take a breath, exhale, and lower your arms. Good. Okay. Lift and roll your shoulders back. So don't just take them back. See if you can lift and roll, and then interlace your fingers behind. So your hands go up a little bit, elbows bent. Again, lift and roll the shoulders back, and then squeeze the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades together over the spine, and move the sternum forward, buttocks down, and then start to pump. So you bend and straighten a few times. And as you do that, lift the armpit chest up, right? Keep the chin level. Keep the thighs back, tailbone forward, front ribs back, maintain the firmness of your torso, yeah? And then the next time that your arms are down, stay there. And then see if you can lift your arms up a little behind you. And then feel how that pitches your shoulders a little forward, right? So firm your torso, yes. And then find that reverse C in your armpit chest, back of the arm to the front, front of the armpit up, inner edge of the shoulder blades down as you lift the arms up, and then tailbone forward. Front ribs back, so you maintain that firmness in your torso and lift again. And then find that reverse in the armpit chest. Front to the back to the front, front up, inner edge of shoulder blade down as you lift the arms up, and then tailbone forward as you take the inner burns back, front ribs to back ribs, buttocks to heel. Good. And then gently release and loosen. Interlace your fingers in front of you, webbings together, turn your palms out, pinkies up, thumbs down. And then extend your arms. We're going to put it under the asana. And then find the outer edge of your arm and draw it down. Draw it down. And connect that to the outer edge of the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades on the back. From the elbows in. Pinkies up, thumbs down. Squeeze the triceps. Not to overextend the arms. Draw the arms back and down. Shoulder blades down. From the waist. Tailbone forward. We're going back. Top thighs back. From hips. And then inhale, take your arms up. Try to maintain Tadasana. Right from your elbows, right, and lift the ribs up off the hips, one rib up off the other, armpits towards each other, top edge of the shoulder blade broad. Then take your head back and look at your hands, pinkies back, thumbs forward, and the wrist creases point to each other and the inner elbows. And then take your head back to neutral, and squeeze again, and lift, and maintaining your Tadasana. Front ribs to back ribs, buttocks to heels, sides of the waist back, tailbone forward. Good, and then exhale, release. Lower your arms, go back here again, change your interlace, lift and roll your shoulders back, and come. So when you change the interlace, the other pinky's on the bottom, other index finger and thumb on the top. Okay? You come. Try to get that lift and roll of the shoulders. Then you can place the arms a little more back. Yeah, and then the next time your arms are down, straighten your elbows and pull the arms down. Squeeze the elbows in, roll the shoulders back. Not so much pulling down, but try to lift your upper arm bones a little more around and pull the shoulders back. Yes, and then straighten the elbows there. Good. That's it. Tailbone forward, sides of the waist back, arms up. Lift. Yeah, Find that reversing in the arm to the chest and rotate the shoulder blades down as you take the arms up. Elbow forward, front ribs back. One more time, lift. And then lift the chest. Find that reversing in the arm to the chest, shoulder blades down. Yes. And then maintain the bottom, head up, chest up, chest up. It head knees level, and look, yeah, there you go. Slowly release. Okay, good. And listen. Okay, one more time. Work with Danglyasana. Change the webbings. Change the cross. So the other index finger and another pinky. And then spread and turn. And then straighten. And then draw the upper arm. Look here, Grant. Look here. Arms back. Yes, and then draw the shoulder blades down, right? And wait to Tadasana. Ribs back, thighs back, chest down. And then bring the elbows, thumbs down, pinkies up, and then go up slowly. And again, don't force it, right? Just feel and soften the skin, soften the connective tissue under the skin. Keep the thighs back, knees straight, nerve back. Yeah. And then bringing the outer hips down into the outer feet, lift the ribs up off the waist. So one rib up off the other. So that's that side body, lift, armpits towards each other, shoulder blades broad, squeeze the elbows, take the head back, look up, pinky back, thumbs forward, elbow joints face in as the wrist pieces, look straight ahead. Maintain Tadasana, squeeze and lift. And then exhale and lower, release and loosen. Woohoo! Leah's like, okay, this is personal torture for me. I'm very worried about tomorrow. Okay, maybe I can on the problem from the job. Okay, so sorry, that was we did that on Monday. It wasn't good. So come to the front of the mat and stand in Tadasana. Do some standing meditation, turn over to me, and extend your torso. Okay, and then if you want to put your arms up. For Bahasasana and exhale, release over. Uttanasana, hands beside your feet. Release your head down. Again, pause for a couple of breaths. In forward bend. So open the backs of the thighs, the buttocks, pelvic floor, hollow abdomen, release the torso. And then inhale, come to your fingertips, head up, and step your right leg back. So we're going to bring the knee into low lunge. So if you need something under your knee, you can check it. You lower your back knee. Point the toe, okay? Draw that outer ankle in and press the top of the foot down. Move your left knee a little forward of your toes and then lift your back knee up just like you would in up dog. Yeah, but keep the toes pointing. That's it. Yeah. And then as you reach your right leg back toward the top of the foot, try not to sickle the toes in. Try to keep the toes pointing straight back. You lower your left knee. You sink your left knee forward of your toes. Yeah. And then gently lower your right knee down. And press into your fingertips and lift your torso up out of your hips. Good. Try to sink your left knee more forward, Graham, like that. So that'll stretch the front of the right thigh. It's low lunge. Yeah. Now you push back to high lunge. So first thing is just push your left knee back over your left ankle. Okay. From your waist, curl your right toes under, lift your right knee up. This is high lunge. Okay. Then flat palm, step back, straight arms and round up. Push up. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Yay! Firm elbows. Spread the palms. Extend the inner legs back. Graham, look here for a sec. So you have to move your feet more back. Chest forward. Chest forward. Now look down between your hands. Good. That's it. Now that's straight. Feel that straightness. Draw the buttocks instead of pinching it around towards the outer hips. Yeah. Good. Now exhale. Gently lower your knees. And then see the inner elbows move forward. And then you bend the elbows back. Yeah. And then you move your chest, chin forward and down, buttocks stays up. Elbows are off the ground, and chest is way forward of your hands. Way forward, way forward. There you go. Good. Then you extend the legs back. Slide your elbows forward and come to Sphinx. Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders. Spread the palms well. Push down into the elbows, lift the chest. And then lift one leg just a little bit and roll that, extend it towards the back wall, and then roll the front thigh in and take the buttocks away from the side of the sacrum. Roll the back thigh out, and then change leg. Extend, roll the buttocks in, front thigh in, back thigh out. Okay, buttocks in, you roll the buttocks around to the side. Okay, and then lower it. So you don't hold it long, it's just to place the legs in internal rotation. And then pressing the elbows down, spread the palms well. Draw the outer ankles in so the feet point straight back. Then just grip the kneecaps up. Just grip the kneecaps. So you extend the leg back like up dog. Now find your tailbone and move it toward your pubic bone. Press the bottom of the pubic bone down, which is where the thighs meet the hips. That's where we do a forward bend and a back bend. Good. And then head up. Good. And then find your hands, push into your hands, and you can lift your elbows up. A funny little cobra. Don't walk back, stay forward. If you can. Okay. Okay. And then lift your head up. Lift your head up and chin and chest and look up. Take your eyeballs up. That's it. Good. And then lower down. Good. And then take your hands back. Keep that pressing of the hips down, extending of the leg. And push up. Pull the waist in, head down. Now your spine. Toward your heels. And come down and rest. Couple of breaths and child's pose. You can bend your elbows. Rest arms. Yeah. Good. And then you're going to come up through hands and knees into downward facing dog. Throw the toes under. Exhale, lift the hips up. Turn the elbows. Press down into the hands, forward into the fingers. Roll the shoulder blades to the outer edges of the back. And then from the shoulder blades, take the top edge of the shoulder blade deeper in. And then inner groin back, outer hips back. Walk your feet a little forward, and widen your feet, lift your heels a lot, and then release your head down. Yes, and take your buttocks up and back towards the growth wall behind you. Yes, good. And then inhaling, you bring the right leg forward. Gently lower the left knee down. You can pull that right leg forward if you need to. Lower the left knee because you're going to do that anyway. Yeah. So again, a slow lunge. So you start to sink your right knee a little forward of your toes. And then draw the outer left ankle in. Press the top of the foot down, lift that knee up like up dog. Okay. Reach back and straighten that knee as best you can. And then at the same time, sink the right knee forward of the toes as you lower the left leg gently down. Then you press with your fingertips, your chest, you come up. So when you're lifting the back leg, look here for a second. You're not lifting everything, right? You're just lifting that kneecap up, right? As you sink the hips forward and down. Those are two opposing forces. There's a lot of that in yoga. Okay. And then you push back a high lunge. So right knee over the right ankle, pull the belly in, turn the outer hips, curl the left toes under, look down towards your foot. Exhale to forward. Uttanasana. Couple of breaths, draw the buttocks, inner groins back, outer hips back, tail to head release. Shoulder blades lift up. So bend your knees a little bit, yeah, and take your hands down. Good, head down. Yes, good. And then head up. Buttocks down. You can take your hands to hips or use your arms to inhale them up. So the arms would not be in a quick thought, right? Exhale, lower the arms. So when you're here, head up, the arms do most of the work. Can do, right? But also you have to lift your hamstrings engage, your buttocks comes down, your belly to the spine, so you lift everything up all together. So finessing the movement, move to the left side. One more. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, release over. You can soften your ankles and knees so you can release the hips, and then work on opening the backs of the legs and straighten as you release the head down. And then fingertips on the ground. Inhale, take your left leg back, knee down, to a point. So this is low lunge. So your right knee starts to come forward to the toe, but that heel has to stay down. Okay. And then you draw the outer left ankle in again and lift that knee up. Remember, as you lift the knee up, sink the hips down. Sink the hips down and move the right knee forward of the toes in that low lunge and lift your torso up. Lower your knee down. You're too narrow, front to back.
Right.
Yeah, no, bring your right foot forward towards your heels. Yes, more. Yeah, now sink forward. Yeah, now you should feel opening in the front of the left. Yeah, push back. And then firm your belly to your spine, firm your outer hips in, press into your inner foot into lumbar. Okay, firm your outer hips, belly to spine, and then drop the top of the buttocks down to the bottom of the buttocks and take the sitting bones towards the backs of your knees. Try to maintain that upright pelvis. Bring your hands on your hips and direct with your thumbs the buttocks down and the front of the points up. And then very slowly you start to go into that low lunge again. Go slow. You'll lose a little bit of the hip. Will fall forward. That's okay. Reach the left leg back as the right knee comes forward of the right toes. And lift the toes up. Then extend your arms down from the elbows. Good. Yeah. And then inhale, take your arms up from elbows. Good. Now coil your thoracic spine in, so T12 is the bottom of the rib cage. Move that in, and then all the rest. So don't start from your head, start from the middle back area, and then you can look back and reach back. Elbows straight. Good. Take an inhale, exhale. Hands down. Push your right knee back. Right knee with the right ankle. Turn your belly to spine from your hip. Left toes under high lunge. Flat palm straight out to the run. Staying for a couple of breaths. Okay, from the knees, from the elbows. Yeah, so you have to, yes, round. Good, that's it. Good. Roll the inner thighs up to the ceiling, broaden the buttocks, and extend from the inner groin to the inner heels. Pull the outer heels through the outer knees to the outer hips, firm the outer hips. And from that firmness in your hips and legs, extend your torso forward without moving much. Lift your thighs up, thighs up. Yeah. So it's more two opposing actions than movement. Exhale, gently lower your knees. Good. Lift your hips. Take your butt out. Spiral your inner elbows forward. Bend your elbows back. Look here, and then look here. Don't go too far back. You're going to move forward. Chest chin down. Okay, and then extend your legs back. Hands forward, Sphinx again. Nice part about Sphinx is you can rest. And your elbows look forward. Yeah. Yeah. You can go a little more forward to your hand. Yeah. Good. They're right under your shoulders. And then arms spread. And then you push into your elbows and lift your upper back. And when you do that, look here at the upper arm. Roll those back. And as you do that, you kind of pull your arms back and move your chest forward. Yeah, and then you can extend the legs one by one, roll the thighs in, round the buttocks, outer ankles in. Press the feet down, lift the kneecaps up, right? So nothing is lifting except the kneecaps. Roll the thighs come up a little, right? Now find your tailbone and move it to your pubic. Press down there. So that's right at the bottom of the hip crease. Yeah, you feel it? In the butt will squeeze. Okay, try not to squeeze it too much. Now take your hands back a little bit. Okay, and keep extending the legs, pressing your hips down, elbows in. Now, can you lift your hands up? So don't go so high, don't go so high. Yeah, don't go so high. That's good, that's good. Now place your hands a little further back and coil up. And then lift your hips, pull your belly in. Down your spine, a little tailbone towards the pubic. Back to the child's pose. Couple of breaths. Good. Kind of interesting to do the resting and the intense movement. There's something about it that kind of gets you out of the fish go. So then you come up to your hands and knees, curl your toes under, and kind of go back to down, facing dog, and elbows and knees. Press down into the hands, forward into the fingers, from the shoulder blades. Turn the elbows in and a little bit up. So you broaden the shoulder blades. And then move the hips back, inner joints back, outer hips back. Lift your head release. Yeah, lift your hips up more grand and back towards the rope wall. Yes, push me into the hands, push down. Good. And then inhaling, you lift your heels. Bring your left leg forward, so you can lower that back knee and pull the left leg forward. You're going to lower it anyway. So why not? Yeah. And then come to your fingertips. Okay. And then you start to move your left knee a little forward over your toes. Draw your outer right ankle in. Point your back foot. Yeah. And then you lift the knee, right? And then you keep sinking your left knee forward over your toes. You have those two opposing forces. Left knee forward, right leg extends back against that. And the left knee comes forward with the toes as in low lunge. Yeah. And then you lower your knee. Yeah. And you keep reaching that leg back and then pressing the fingertips and lift. Knees on the ground. Right knees on the ground. Yeah. Good. And then you push back. Okay. So your left knee's over your left ankle. Pull your belly in. Turn your outer hips. Press into your inner front foot, back foot, top of the back foot. Come up. Yeah. So then you direct the top buttocks down to the bottom buttocks, sitting bones towards the backs and the knees. Lift the pubic, lift the frontal hip points. So you try to get the pelvis upright. And then you, with your hands on your hips, direct the buttocks down, frontal hip points up as you slowly move into that low lunge. Right? You lose a little, the hips will fall a little forward. Pull the belly in at the lower belly and still breathe in your diaphragm. Yeah. Then you extend the arms down, straight ups, firm fingers. Imagine you have, your fingers are like sticks, palms, yes, sink your hips. Go ahead, Jim, keep going, yes. Now, inhale, take your arms up, pressing into the inner edge of the left foot, the top of the right foot, the back foot. Good. Now find T12, it's the lower part. Move that in, pull your vertebrae in, and then take your head a little back and pull your arms back, straight elbows, so you can look backward. Good, take a breath. Good, exhale, bring your hands down. Okay. Very sweet. And then come to your fingertips. Fingertips, and push your left knee back, high lunge. Put your right hands under, lift your right knee up, high lunge. Firm your belly to spine, firm your outer hips, look down to your left foot, pushing off, exhale. Then come bend. Draw the buttocks away from the sides of the sacrum, to the outer hips, to the outer thighs and knees, to the outer feet. Inner feet up, to the inner knees, to the inner groin. Widen the pelvic floor, head down, you're in the forehead. Try to move mindfully and slowly, not quickly and sharply, that's how we hurt ourselves. Try bending your knees a bit more and widening your inner thighs like a squat, but don't widen your feet, yeah, and let your head release. Let your torso release, yes. And then slowly straighten up, keeping the torso down. So don't make it quick. No, don't push the knees back, no, hands down, just resting. Oh, okay. Take your feet wider feet, wider, yes. Yes, now straighten your legs, slowly, keep going, dig the heels down, lift the buttocks up, release the head, good. Now, coming up, look forward, buttocks down, hamstrings up, and then swing your arms up and come up. Yes, and look straight ahead. Don't strain your neck, thighs back, inner thighs back, knees straight, elbows straight. Top thighs back, yes. Exhale, the reverse. Very good, okay. So now we will do where two, keep the card up, so I'll come over here. So you can turn this way. Okay, and then you have your two blocks on the mat behind you. Upright, like so. And then you come a little bit forward on your mat so you don't knock your blocks. Feet together. Namaste. Straight elbows, straight knees. So this is slightly different than Tadasana. In Tai Chi, we call this Wuchi, when the energy is all together, Wuchi. And then you bend, and you step, and you force hand in this leg, and then it's Tai Chi. You have two. You got the yin and the yang, yeah? Here it's all together. So it's a little bit more of a balance. So feet together, feet all the way, yep. And then firm the outer hips and thighs in, outer shins, yeah. But even as you do so, you're trying to zip up the inseam of the leg, but keep the inner thighs pressing to the bones, even as you do. Yeah, so there's a little space for your top groin, pelvic floor. Tailbone forward, inner groin back, roots of the thighs back as you absorb the sacrum, and lift the front of the hip points. Yes, and you'll feel a broadening there when you engage the deeper buttocks muscles. And then firm elbows and knees, good, eyes open. Fingertips together, elbows lift, bend your knees and ankles, and then you either step or jump, extend your arms and legs. Okay, so your wrists are over your ankles. Yeah, a little wider, ram if you can. Good, that's it. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Now, see that the outside edges of your feet are parallel. Yeah. And then, if you can, we'll go a little bit wider. Yeah, good. Now, I'm hearing you. Here's your right leg. Bend and turn it out. So the crease of the groin, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the toe, they all point to the front edge of the mat. Back foot, the heel is in line with the instep or heel of the back foot. Just angle the toes of the back foot slightly in, so your back hip rolls in slightly. Okay? And then you just start to bend and straighten. And as you bend, you extend your inner leg to the inner knee and retract the outer knee to the outer hip. And you keep the knee from traveling in, right? You want to keep the knee back over the pinky side of the foot, pinky toe side of the foot. And then eventually you stay down and you're working towards this thigh parallel, right? Knee back. Now find your right buttock and then drop the top to the bottom and curl that sitting bone under as you take the knee back. And then find your left thigh, roll that thigh back, take that inner leg to bone, lift that right hip off the thigh, turn the torso to the side. Good, keep your right knee back towards the person behind you, Graham. Traveling to the pinky toe side of the foot. Extend your arms. Good. Now, when you extend, there's a tendency to move towards the front leg. So pull that left arm back. And then look, is my left arm parallel to the ground? Is my right arm? Yes, Graham. And then look to the right. Yeah, take a breath. And then as you exhale, you're just going to sit down a little deeper. Just sit. Sit down, yes. Now find your right knee, push it into the heel, inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to waist, bend and turn. Right leg in, bend and turn, left leg out. Heel to heel or instep. So if you found you were a little narrow or you got too wide, you can adjust toe heel your back foot around, okay? Start to bend. Or you can scrunch your front toes to forward, bend and straighten. Make sure before you do that, that your crease of your groin of the front leg, thigh, knee, shin, toes, they all point to the rope wall. Turn your toes out a bit more, there you go. And then bend. And as you bend and straighten the front leg, keep the back knee straight, keep the back leg straight. Push into the outside edge of the back foot. Yeah. Extend the inner, retract the outer, and externally rotate the leg. And as you move the thigh towards the toes, resist the shin back and then stay there. Thighs out parallel to the ground. Okay. Knee back to the pinky toe side of the foot. Top buttocks down, left buttock. Curl that sitting bone under as you take the knee back. Touch your right thigh, roll it back, press it back. So that'll turn the hips a little more, but they won't turn all the way. It's anatomically impossible. Turn your ribs, turn your chest and shoulders, extend your arms. Good. Take your arms a little back, Graham. Good. Lean back a little in your upper body. Good. There you go. Look to your left. Good. Take a breath. Exhale, sit down. Sit. Just bend. Yes. Back leg straight. Back leg straight. Back leg straight, Graham. Back leg. Back knee straight. Straight. Yes. Yes. Good. And then press the knee into heel. Inhale to come up. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale to come up, knee straight. Yeah. Turn your foot. Okay. Toe heel. Step or jump. Together, last to feet. Arms down. Okay. Firm elbows to knees. Tailbone forward, here going back, top thighs back. And absorb the sacrum. Then we do Utthita Konasana, extended side angle, coming from warrior two back to warrior two. Okay. Fingertips. Step or jump. If there's a reason you should step, you step. Extend your arms up when you extend your leg. That's it. Good. Exhale, take your hands to your waist. And if you just check your feet are parallel, right in on the same line. Okay, firm your legs, lift your torso. Don't be heavy, right? Lift up out of your legs. Yeah, firm your inner thighs to your bones. Now, bend and turn your right leg out, creases the groin, knee, shin, everything points to the skinny edge. Right now, if you got too narrow or too wide, you can toe heel your back foot. And then you bend, right? Knee over the ankle, ideally, okay? Right buttock forward, knee back. Left thigh back, torso, extend. Good. Check that knee, push it back to the pinky toe. Good. Bend a little deeper as you exhale. Look to your right. Now take an inhale, and as you exhale, you jout to the right with your whole torso, and then you bring your right hand on the block so that you can push your knee into your arm. So it's right behind your shin. Yeah, and you can stay high. You can stay high. You don't have to go low. Yeah. Okay. Because you want to work towards getting that thigh parallel, but don't force. Now take your hand to your hip and move your right buttock forward as you take the right knee back. Roll the left thigh open and turn the torso up. Yes. Now extend your right arm, palm down, and then slowly, sorry, your left arm. Slowly sweep your arm forward and up and over your ear. Yes. So it's like, yeah, so Graham, you can just be here. This is good for you. Yeah, top arm straight. Good. Take a look at your hand and see that your wrist and your fingers are all extended. Yes. And then look back up under your armpit and turn towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale, take your top arm up. And then press your knee into your heel. Use your top arm and inhale, lift up back to warrior two. Good. And then hands to hip. Exhale, push into that knee and straighten the leg. Okay. Bend and turn. Other leg, left leg out, right leg in. Heel to heel or heel to instep. Adjust your distance as you're able. A little wider if you can. Bend your front leg. Track the knee to the pinky toe side of the foot. Left buttock forward, left knee back. Right thigh back. Heel to heel or heel to instep. Check your legs and feet. And then turn your torso. Look here. This leg straight. Root into that outer foot. Yes. Inner front foot, outer back foot. Extend your arm. Shoulder blades down. Elbows up. Turn your head. Take a breath, just sit down a little deeper. Good. Take another breath. Exhale, reach out to the left. Take the hand to the block. Bring it right behind your shin and push your knee into your arm. Take your other hand to your hip. Okay, press into the outer back foot, inner front foot. And then take your left buttock forward, left knee back, and right thigh back, and turn your hips, torso, shoulders up. Extend your left arm, your right arm, palm down, and then you slowly, so you can go here, or pull closest over your ear. Yes, now stamp into the outer edge of the back foot and extend the fingertips of the top arm. Good, and turn and look up under your armpit. You can lift your hand for a moment. Yeah, and then look under your armpit. Good. And then inhale, take your top arm straight up. Find your knee, push it into your heel. And again, inhale, come up, use your top arm, come back to rear knee. And then straighten your leg, hands to hips, exhale. Turn your foot, toe heel, step or jump. Come off with the heel. Very good. Vasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged, forward bend. So you can have 1 or 2 blocks as needed in front. Your head and or your hands. And come back to Samasana TV. This is your resting pose. So you're firm, but when you firm, it's the deeper muscles, right? So like the glute is not the gluteus maximus, right? The medius and the minimus, deeper. Relax the gluteus max a little bit, right? And squeeze the muscles to the bone, but soften the skin and the connective tissue under the skin. And just the deeper muscles, right? And relax your nervous system and breathe. Don't look up. Look down. Look to your heart. Sense and feel. Yeah. Good. Fingertips together, step or jump. Bend, bend. Yeah. And then straighten. Good. And take your arms when you take your legs, and you have balance of your arms. And you're a 6-pointed star. Tail, head, arm, arm, leg, leg. Yeah. So you're moving in all those directions, those opposing forces. Okay, now exhale, take your hands to your hips. Check to see that the outer edges of your feet are parallel. So you can move your heels out a teeny bit, Graham, and also Fernanda, toes in or heels out a teeny bit. Okay? Yeah, and Maddie, yes. Maddie, can you bring your heels out a teeny bit? Yes. Good. And then from the inner legs to bones. Okay, hands to waist, from the belly to spine. Lift and roll the shoulders back, inhaling with your chest, look up, head up. Exhale, you come down halfway. So as you come down, you can have hands on block, or you can have your fingertips on the ground. Yeah, good. And then be here and breathe. Concave back, extended back, straight elbows. Good, straight legs and straight torso. Just like in Tadasana, right? Head up, look forward. Yeah, good. Check your feet. Maybe you can widen your legs a little bit if they're narrow. Okay. Roll the inner thighs back, but also the outer hips. Press into the outer edges of the feet. Lift the inner feet up, lift the kneecaps, inner thighs to bones. So as your hips go back at the same time, extend the torso forward, head up. Yes, absorb your upper back. Good. Then exhale, you come down, and then you walk your hands back to chaturanga arms or headstand 2 position. So your elbows are bent over your wrists, right? And then your elbows and wrists are in line with your shoulders, and you take your head on support. Push down into your hands, forward into your fingers, lift your shoulders up, take your head down, and try to find even weight in your hands, head, and fingers. Yeah, good. Widen your hands a little bit. Just spiral your elbows a little bit, so push down and forward. Good. And just turn the block a little this way, so you have forward bends. Good. Moves up as the head comes down. Good. Elbows stay in. Yes. Good. Good. Bend your knees, Graham. More. Good. And then tuck your chin. Good. That's it. Flatten your palms. Good. Spread your fingers. Good. Breathe. You okay? Good. Good. Beautiful. Now you can take your hands a little more back. Okay. And no, don't go too wide with your legs, but walk your hands more. Yes. There you go. Good. Okay. So this is preparation for headstand, Shasana. It can be done in lieu of headstand, right? It's an inversion for your upper body, but it has many other wonderful qualities, because how often do we take our legs wide like this, right? So now inhale, lift your head up, coming out, walk your hands a little forward, come to your fingertips, head up, straight arms, straight torso, you're getting ready to come out of the pose. Toe heel your feet in just enough so that you can use your legs to come up. Now find your buttocks and widen. Press into your outer feet, lift your inner feet, lift your kneecap, pull your waist in. Hands to hip, buttocks down, feet up. Just up. Good. Step or jump, feet together, Namasthi. Firm elbows, firm knees, soft eyes. Firm torso. Breathe. Breathe and feel your body And then we're gonna come down, that's gonna be our headstand. We're gonna come down for some floor back bends, okay? So, I'll come up here, take a blanket on your mat. You open the blanket. Like so. And then put more towards the back of the mat. So that, when you lie down, your front foot points are on the blanket and your hip bone and your knees, right? Your feet don't need to be on it, but they can. Hi. So you might want to pull that blanket just a little more forward from where. And also, yeah, maybe pull that blanket a teeny bit more forward. Yeah, it's a little bit even under your belly. Yeah. Yeah. And then make a pillow. Lift your head one side, or you can have your palm down, toes towards each other, roll the thighs in, heels apart, broad the buttocks. So this is called prone shavasana. So I mean, prone means lying on your belly. And so this is your resting pose for floor back bends. Okay. So the idea is to relax your back by releasing your buttocks and broadening your buttocks and your backs of your thighs and so on. So then we're going to work on cobra in this position. Okay. So bring your hands back towards under your shoulders and even a little further back as you go. And lift your head up. Yeah, good. And then extend one leg, roll that thigh in, right? And the buttocks out and lower it. And do the other leg. Extend, roll the buttocks out, thigh in and lower it. Draw your outer ankles in. Press the tops of the feet down and lift the knees up, just like we did in Sphinx pose, right? Now keep the buttocks broad and move your tailbone towards your pubic. Press the bottom of your thighs and pubic down, just like we did before, right? And then lift your head up by doing that. Extend your legs back. Good. Now pull your hands more back as you're able. Lift your shoulders towards your ears, forward, and then up towards the ceiling, and then back and down. Pull the elbows back. Good. And then extend the legs, root the pelvis down, and lift up so you're at the bottom of your rib cage only. Maybe you can lift your hands here. Good. Bring your hands down. Keep the feet down, knees up, press the hips down. Come to your belly button. Belly button. Elbows in, shoulders down, head up. Good. And then coming up to the top of the pubic bone. Yes, elbows in, shoulders down, chest up. Come down to the belly button. Now maybe hips down, legs in. You can lift the hands here. Yes, good. And then come to the lower ribs. Extend the torso forward as you come down, the chest, the chin. And then coming down to nose, forehead. Make a pillow. Rest. Toes in, heels out, buttocks broad, back thighs broad, belly soft and hollow. Breathe. So these floor back bends help us find the back line. It's easier to find the front than the back, right? It's easier to find the outer than the inner, and so on. So you're engaging your back muscles and legs and buttocks to lift your body up. Okay, but what has to be on the ground in order to do that? The hips, something that knee, right? So you press the hips down, and when you do that, you want to make sure you're not arching your lower back. I mean, you're going to have arching in the lower back. We all do. Can't get rid of it. Okay, you don't want to, but you don't want to overarch your lower back. So you do that by extending the tailbone down toward the heels, right, and toward the pubic as you press the hips down. So now we're going to do some locust variations. So prop yourself back up to Sphinx, okay, and then extend your legs one by one and roll the thighs in like you've been doing. Okay, draw the outer ankles in, tops of the feet down, lift the knees up, broaden the buttocks, try not to pinch. Find the tailbone and move it towards the pubis and see if you can find that deeper part of your butt, right? So you're really pressing down with the roots of your thighs and lift your chest. Good. Now, walk your hands forward, in the lower a little more towards your ribs, right? Walking that, good. Now, keep your knees up, extend your legs back, press your hips down, lift your head up, lift one arm up, palm face in. Good. Lift it high. Good. Lower it down. Press your hips down, extend your legs back, ungrip your buttocks, lift your head up, lift your chest up. Maybe you went too far forward, you can walk back a little, right? Other arm up, palm in, straight elbow. Good, extend your legs back, root your hips down, good. lower that hand down. Maybe you went too close. You can walk, you can adjust your hand distance. You can tuck your chin if your neck gets tired. Unclench your buttocks, root your hips down, extend one leg. And just, it doesn't lift very much. Don't bend the knee, straighten the leg. Yes, and extend back, good. Lower down. Press the hips down, and then other leg, extend it back towards the wall behind you. Straighten it, yes, get more and more leg, good. Lower down, okay, take a little rest. Yep. At least you get the rest in front of Shabbat. That's the best part of lower back bends. Okay, extend your arms. Extend your leg one by one, roll the thighs and outer ankles in. Top to the feet down, knees up. Without pinching the buttocks, keep reminding yourself, right? Get something deeper, press down. Tail the pubis, press the pubis down, lift the head up a little. Lift your right arm, palm in, not mirroring, sorry. Okay, good. And then lift your left leg, sorry. Yes, good, and head up. Yes, and lift your arm and extend your leg, good, and take a breath, exhale. Just rest your head and buttocks for a moment, nice, we'll do that on the other side. Isn't this fun? Good, roll the thighs in. You can curl the toes under to roll the thighs in with the knees up. And then extend the legs, so the toes down, top of the feet down, knees up. Buttocks broad, press the tailbone towards the pubis, press the hip down, lift the head up. Left arm up. And right leg. Yeah, good. Extend them apart from each other. Head up. Yeah, you can use this arm a little. Reach the top arm, come on. Oh, my foot's shaky. Yes. And then exhale down. Good. Yes. So now, that's one long. So extend the legs, roll the thighs in, outer ankles in, knees up, buttocks broad, press down at the bottom of your pelvis, roots of the thigh, lift your head up. Good. Turn your palms in, lift your arms up and your legs. Good. Take your thumbs in, don't lift your thumbs up. Good, straight elbows, root the hips down, lift your arms, lift the legs. Now slowly release down, take a pillow, and rest. We do have two more. Roll the thighs in. Good. Now, outer ankles in, knees up, hips down, chest up, head up. Take your arms back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders. Good. Now, keep your knees up, press the feet down, and keep your tailbone pressing down. Try to ungrip the buttocks, and then lift up. Lift your arms. Yeah, lift your head. Lift your, yes, Leah, lift your arms and up and back. Yes, up and back. Yes, head up. Lift your, yes, eyes up. Yes. Slowly release. Keep your arms back, but lower your hands down. Head turns. So these back bends are like a squeeze and release. It's kind of like a somatic exercise. You engage and then release, and you get more release because you engage more what's already engaged back there. Okay, so we do one more here. So palms are up, hands alongside the body. Extend and roll the thighs in, outer ankles in, press the feet down with the knees. Broaden the buttocks, tail to the pubis, press down at the roots of the thighs and the bottom of the pubis and lift your head up. Good, keep the tops of the hands down, extend the leg back, lift the legs up, head up, legs up, head up, and then press your arms up. And reach back with your leg and arm, and lift your chest. Yeah, good. Okay, let's put some shaking. And then slowly. That tells you something. I don't know what. Like the bottom of that line of energy is releasing all the demons inside. Oh, so guess what, Graham? We're doing one more thing. So prepare yourself, prepare. Down around some bow flows. So you see how we go. Okay. So prop yourself up on your elbows again. That seems. And bend one leg and then the other. Okay, and flex the feet. Good. And then lift one knee and roll that thigh in, front thigh in, buttock out, and the other. So again, you're internally rotating your legs and broadening your buttocks. Flex your feet. Good. Lift up on your elbows. So here, widen your knees just a little, and then find your tailbone, press it down, so you really press the pelvis down, right? Yes, good, and then can you lift one leg up? It doesn't go very high, good, lower it down. Keep the hip down though. Yeah, press the other leg. So your pubic stays down, right? Just the knee and the thigh by the knee, yeah, and lower. Good, you can maybe roll the thighs in more, flex the feet, yeah, press the hip down now, can you with both legs? Both legs. Hips down, yeah, so it's just very little, good, lower down. It's not about how much you go, it's how you do it, right? Okay, so lower back long, right, tailbone towards the pubis, now reach back, hold your ankles, tops of your shins or your feet. Yes, round, good, now, roll the thighs in, broaden the buttocks. And as you do this 3 times, you try to get your knees closer, okay, tail down, press the hips down. Head up, don't take your heavy head down, lift your bowling ball up already, lift your bowling ball up. Now flex your feet and pull your legs back to open your chest. Then point your feet, relax your feet and lift up. Good. Yes, Graham's doing it. Good, don't bite your tongue. Slowly come down, good, slowly come down. Take your head down, forehead down. Still hold your feet if you can. Yeah, good. And then walk your thighs a little in if you can, roll the thighs in. Buttocks broad, tail towards the pubis. You can kind of press the feet towards the buttocks, okay. Hold the ankles or the shins or the feet. Head, lift your head. Press your pubic down. Press the tops of the thighs down, that's the most important. And then when you flex your feet, you pull your legs back to lift your chest. Then you relax and point your feet and lift your toes up. Head up, yes, okay, good. You're doing the line. Good morning, huh? It's a good one. Come down, take a breath. Oh, good. So after this, you'll be no good for cooking. Someone else will have to do that for you. Okay, roll the thighs in. And then one more, you got it in you. Hips down, head up, flex the feet, pull the legs back, so the legs pull the arms in check. Then point and lift. Good, I'm coming. I'm coming. Not for me. Okay. Okay. Good, and for him just game.
Oh.
You know, ready. Oh, and then we'll walk her. Is good. I wouldn't do that if you didn't. I don't want to break you. You have to, you have to come a few times before you break it. Okay. You wonder why he doesn't come back. Cancel. Taking that long to recover. Okay, and then pull your waist in. Slowly back. So elongate. Tail down, legs down. You can widen your knees a little or keep your legs together, whatever works. You can let your head on your hands or block. The idea is to relax your back. Whatever works, let it go. So you're not extending your arms like downward facing dog. You're resting your arms down. Rest your arms down. Bend your elbows. Rest. Yeah, it's resting you. Yeah. So look here. You did it. Yeah. So this is just resting you. Yeah. Good. Breathe and release. Breathe and release. Take your time. Deflate your buttocks and legs. Yeah. Truly. I mean, we did all that in like 10 minutes. So I'm just saying, we used to do this in Shivananda. I did 12 years of Shivananda yoga every single day, often twice a day. I did it for years. And it does, I think, have a good effect on our body because everything we do is kind of, not that, right? We're not going around doing back bends. The first thing we have to find our back muscles, squeeze and release. Okay, and then you're gonna curl up and sit. So then you have choices. So those of you who are super tight, now you sit up on a blanket or a block or a bolster, and you can sit, you can use cross-legged, okay? Those of you who would like to try, let's do left leg on top first. Knee Sambalasana, okay? So, and if you're sort of there but not quite there, you can also tuck the foot here. You can let this foot slide a little, you can see what works. But you would eventually working towards stacking your lower legs. And when that gets easy, So take your other blankets and put them before, take those 2 blankets on top, yeah. You're gonna sit on 1 or 2 blankets, pretty tight for you. And also you can use your block under, if you want to use your block, but sit up higher. You can have your block, but you use, if you use. You just have to move blocks a little bit. Yeah, so check your bottom foot more back to make it easier. Yeah, see how that, see? Yeah. And you can have another block here too, if you want. I don't know if it's gonna help. Okay, so now, good enough, Fran, that's better, okay. So then you bring your hands on your support, right? And then keep your right hand on the support and the heel of your left hand at the root of your right thigh. Press a little down, sorry, your left thigh. Press a little, no, not at the knee. That you see, oh, the knee, I have to push it down, but the problem is here, not here. That's just what you see, right? It's here. So you press down with the heel of the hand at the root of the thigh, right at the crease of the groin, even higher up. Renata, look, even here, all the way here. Yes, yes. Feel that's where it's. Press it down and towards the knee and a little out. Yes, and then you go. Then you slowly work your way down. But the problem is here in the hip, right? And then you work towards the knee. Okay. Then you sit up straight. Make your teacup hands, 2 hands behind you. Draw the sacrum in and up, and just sit up in Dandasana in your torso. Tuck your chin, shoulder blades down, armpit, chest up. Yeah, look down, look into your heart or down to the ground. Yeah. Don't look into your brain. It's useless. Lobotomies. That's next. No, I'm just kidding. It's not useless, but it is a dangerous place, and you should never go there alone. That's what my Buddhist teacher said, which I really like. Yeah. Now, if you're okay here, you can bring your hands a little forward. If not, you stay wherever you need. Okay. Yeah. So use your 2 blocks. Put your hands on the blocks. Good, that's good. Yeah, and release your inner legs down. Yes, as best you can. Yes, yes, and so it's all to the ground. Well, don't slide off the bolster. Good, all right. Good. And then come up. Walk to your left knee. 2 hands on either side of the knee. Use your 2 blocks, right? Yeah, put 1 hand on either side of the knee. Look. 1 here and 1 here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So your torso is going in the direction of your knee. Yes. Tuck your chin. And try to root your right sacrum down. Even as you extend and turn and go over your left. Yes. Good, Susan. Walk your hands more forward. Yes, keep going. Yes, keep going. Yes, keep going. Yes, good. And then you come up, back halfway. Walk to the other knee. Take a breath. Tuck your chin. You know, in towards your yes. Then your brain will hopefully descend into your heart. Good. And then walk your hands, turn and keep your left butt up now. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Reaching. Yeah. Yeah. Good. I'm just doing it. And then you come up and you go to the middle. 1 more time. You see, it's my right butt. Your left butt. I'm just saying. Okay, so now you come up and extend your bottom leg and lift your top leg up over your extended leg. And hug that knee in with your right arm as best you can. So before you even do that, make sure your bottom leg is straight out in front of you, not traveling in, right? And then you lean back and roll that thigh into internal rotation. Try to get this foot planted down. The foot doesn't have to be very far back. You can go forward by the knee. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then you hug with your right arm, left knee. Turn the other way now. You got the other leg, change legs. Yeah, there you go. Now turn that. Turn the other way. Use your other arm to hug the knee. There you go. Good. Now the left hand is behind you. And you lift the torso. And then you roll the left shoulder back and turn towards the left. Good. Now plant your left hand firmly down, whether it's on your fingertips or palm. Lift your right arm up. Take a breath, lift up, turn more to the left, bending your elbow, see if you can hook your elbow on the other side of the knee. And if that's not happening, go back to hugging. Just go back to hugging. Yeah. Good. Graham, just hug. Yeah. And flex your bottom foot, don't point. Yeah, there you go. Flex it more. Yes, and turn that leg into internal rotation. No, the left leg. Yes. Yeah, so straight. There you go. Good. And twist. Good. Release. Come back. Oh, no, don't. Bend the bottom leg. Now, Graham, don't do that. Don't do that. You see that, okay? So if you can, you bend the bottom leg and you hook, right? So now this is full Ardha-Matsyendrasana, half word of fishes, full half word of fishes, working forward. So that bottom foot relax the bottom foot, yeah. But find that left hip and see if you can descend it. And if it's just not happening, you go back to straight, right? Or you sit on the blanket, okay? Yeah, and get that butt down. With the torso up, lift the hand behind, roll the left shoulder back through. Yes, good. Other way, Brandon. Yeah, that's it. And then take your hand, you can try the next step, right? So you plant this inner foot down, you press into that arm, you lift your right arm up, turn more, and then as you try to hook the elbow, you can round, right? And you can lean a little forward. You can use your hand to push, right? No, you just stay huggy. Stay huggy, just keep that left arm down on the ground. Yeah, you're good there. Keep twisting them. Yeah, and breathing. And flex your bottom leg foot. Don't, yes. And look at the toes of that foot. Turn it in. Yeah, so it's straight up. Yeah. Straight up towards the ceiling. Yes. Good. And then untwist. Oh, mamma mia. Extend. Dandasana. Breathe and smile. Breathe and smile. The hands can support, lift your torso from your knees. Take a breath. Okay, then do the other side. So that means your right leg goes lower. So again, you can sit cross-legged again. Just change the cross of your leg. Yeah, okay. You put the ideally you're working towards the stacking of the knees. Yeah, like this. You can tuck the bottom foot, you can do this one here, you know. Protect your bottom foot a little more back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good, okay. And then you have your hand behind, and then you lean into your left hand, and the heel of your right hand is the root of your thigh. Push. You have to change the cross of the legs again. Yeah. So you can get that. So you split off your blankets. Yeah. And also scoochable bolster back. So your feet are the scooch your bolster back and put those blankets on top and get your feet on that bottom blanket. So it's easier on your feet. Yeah. And then remember, you're moving towards the knee, right? So your heel of the hand presses, and then you press down, but also towards the knee a little out, right? So you encourage, but you don't be overly forced. Okay, and then you bring both hands behind and draw the sacrum in mouth and sit up straight. Yes, good. And observe. So if you flex this foot, maybe that engages the inner groin. So relax the foot and let it. The most important thing is get the knee in. Get the foot. Yes. Good. You can stay like that, or you can start to fold. Oh, that's a foot straight too. Lots of tight. So we're gonna bring blocks in front of you. Yeah, and yes, like that. Exactly. Check your chin. Good. Whew. Good. Then you pull your waist and come up halfway, and then walk to your right knee. One hand on either side of the knee. Drop the left hip. Turn the abdomen and extend in the direction of the knee. Yes, good, good. Don't overdo your head down, Brandon. Extend your left arm. Yeah, there you go. And more in. Yes, no in. Yes, that will keep going. Yeah, yes. Don't move the right one out. Yeah, move the right one in. In. There you go. Now push back. So yes, yes, and release your leg down. Yes. Okay, come up halfway, and then you walk to the other leg. Don't try to go too far forward, man. Stay a little bit more back, and then work on trying to be released. Right, don't overshoot the knee. Right, everything going in the direction of the knee, and then you releasing your right foot down. Yes, good. Okay. And then you come up halfway and go back to the middle. You come down. Yeah, okay. And don't flex the feet, even the bottom foot. You can relax a little more, right? Then there's more movement. The more you engage, the yeah. Good. Good. And then come up. Oh my God. Extend your bottom leg. Lift your top leg. Oh. Drop your hip. Hug the knee. So this is half floor positions. Yeah, good, so that's nice and straight, check your bottom leg is in down awesome. You can lean back over, roll that thigh in and get it upright, and then wrap your left arm around, and then bring your right hand behind you, twist, good. Yeah, then the inner edge of the foot. Good, lift and turn. Yes, and breathe, very good, roll the right shoulder back. Yeah, good. Okay, now keep turning that direction, plant firmly your right arm down, and you can try this, right? Just keep lifting your right knee up as you're able. Reach your left arm up, turn more, you can lean backward, right? And then you kind of round, and you can adjust the foot. Try to get your elbow on the other side of the knee, not just your elbow, right? Now, if that's not working, just go back to hugging. Yes, lift the torso and turn, try not to lean back. Good. That's it. Your knees coming forward, bend the bottom leg. Right, toe points back and drop the head. This is too much, you stay. Okay, yeah, so I would stay. No, yeah, because the foot's gotta be planted. You can probably do it if you were sitting on the blankets or something. Okay, so then you roll the thigh in, turn, up, right? Left arm up, right knee, right arm behind, and turn. Yeah. Yes, good. And then just drop the leg down. More, that much, yes. Good. Put your head up a little and turn. Yes, good. Now, plant your right arm firmly down. Try to keep that inner edge of the right foot planted. Lift your left arm, turn more, dig and hook. See if you can get that hook. Good. You can't just keep hugging. Just keep hugging. Good. Yes. Good, Fernanda. Yes. So, remember just hug. Good. And then gently release. Okay. What's happening?
Good.
A crick?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Extend your leg. Good. Round up. Swivel around. Take your legs up the wall. Your relaxation. So you can you can be flat. After back bends, I recommend flat on your back, right? But have soft blanket there and something under your head. If that doesn't suit you back, then you raise your back up. The idea is to release your back, so whatever works for you, okay? So pull your mat all the way to the rope wall, two goes on either side of the mat, and use the rope. Yeah, please not wasting more. And then you rest. Good. Lights out. I got tips. I have tips too. Yes, Graham. But see how your blanket is like under the shoulders and head. I'm just gonna just like your torso. I'm gonna take yeah. And you don't have to have your buttocks all the way to the wall. That doesn't work. You could have a belt to tie your legs together if you like that. I'll bring it in. You can sand that if you like. You can see what works for you in this moment, which is different from the other moments, right? All the moments are different. Move your shoulders up to the right hand and hip. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, yeah. And let your legs just come a little bit apart so that they're safe. Yeah. But roll not too that's a little bit. Yeah, don't be on the foot. So it doesn't. Yeah, no, just relax. Relax. Yeah. Good. I feel like I'm going to choose laying. You could, do some different types of movements of your legs if that's restful and relax that. You are when you need that. With more restful breathing, stay straight, do that. Now, now you can separate your head and shoulders. Yeah. How does that feel for you? I know, yeah. That's that kind of soothing too. So like feet further away from the wall. And it's very flexible. That can do that. I can belt you. But yeah, this is a little bit not so great because They can. Noisy thing too. Is that from the wall for you, okay? Well, maybe if you get closer, better. No, stay there, use the rope, you're there. Lift your hips a little, move this. And then, like that. Yeah, you can do that if you want. Okay. Yeah, and then. We can also the gravity. Yeah, exactly, but also. If you want to try just stay straight, you can do this, and just like that stuff too. Right, you work with best for you. Yes. For reading straight, push your into the wall, yeah. Yeah, kind of interesting. Yeah. Okay. And when you get tired, then you just. Then you just move your larger legs a little to the left, too. Yeah. Well, it's not amazing when you do like 5 notes. Which is really it's good. You can look, or you can be disengaged. Yeah, and that's like that, right? That's a choice. This is better. Yes. Okay. Do it after some time you can move. Take your glasses off. Maybe. Maybe that. And. You got a little tree. You got the sun on your face, Graham. Is that okay for you?
That's fine, Lord.
Yeah. We'll be here for a few more minutes. So if you want to do any other things with your friends, you want to just. Do. little deeper. Become. And you're ready to adjust your legs accordingly so that you come into a squat with your knees bent and your toes pointing up, knees pointing back. Take a comfortable one for breaths. You can walk your feet up more, Susan. Yeah, that's good. Just really relax. You can put those, yes. And then when you're ready, you roll over onto your side, walk your feet off the wall, and rest your head on the pillow or on your forearm, or both. You take a couple of breaths, deep breath, walk your feet all the way down. And knees curl in and get to your back, the ground and soft, in the fetal position, just rest. There's a wonderful picture of my yoga teacher training up in at Dharmakaya, and everybody's lying on the floor, and the sun is coming through the roof, and we're all napping in February on the warm floor, which is also radiant. It's very nice. This reminds me of that. And then when you're ready, pull your waist in, use your arms, let your head look down, and slowly come up. So you use your front body, like that arms and then come up to sitting. Maybe to close and chin. So sit comfortably and properly, use whatever support you need. And take your seat. With your eyes be closed or softly looking down, take a few breaths and settle into your asana. Just very comfortable pose. Bring the hands to heart, lift the heart. While the upper arm goes back and bring the shoulder blades in the back and down. And a big breath in and out. You can extend both your legs if you want to. Okay, and then inhale deeply for Om together. And do call response. Asatoma.
Asatoma.
Satgamaya.
Satgamaya.
Soma.
Soma.
Jyotirgamaya.
Jyotirgamaya.
Mrityurma.
Mrityurma.
Amritangamaya.
Amritangamaya.
Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take a little deeper breath and lift your heart. As you exhale, release your head. Surrender your head to your heart once again. And release your hands to your thighs and pause here and breathe. And once again, let the energy drain out of your brain, eyes, and senses and come back into your heart and your sensing and feeling body. And have a sense of yourself emanating from your heart center, front, sides, and back. Feel the warmth in your heart, in the opening of your heart. And then with your eyes closed, on an inhale, slowly curl up the back of your head and suddenly your ears over your shoulders and keep your eyes closed. And with your eyes closed, raise your gaze and move your eyes to the back of your head again. Let your eyes descend into your heart center. And then when you're ready, imagine that you're looking in 365, all the way around from your heart center as you allow your eyes to gently float open. That's it. Thank you. Yay, enjoy the holiday, the holy days.